Hello and welcome to Homer for Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. Today we will be reading from lines 837 to 848, 678, in Book 11 of the Iliad, rounding out the book actually, so happy day, in which Patroclus administers some care. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope you enjoy. Let's read it. And to him spake the valiant son of Menoetius, How may these things be? What shall we do, warrior Eurypylus? I am on my way to declare to wise-hearted Achilles a message wherewith Nestor of Gerania, warder of the Achaeans, charged me. Nay, but even so will I not neglect thee, that art in grievous plight. He spake and clasped the shepherd of the host beneath the breast, and led him to his hut, and his squire, when he saw them, strewed upon the ground hides of oxen. There Patroclus made him lie at length, and with the knife cut from his thigh the sharp piercing arrow, and from the wound washed the black blood with warm water, and upon it cast a bitter root when he had rubbed it between his hands, a root that slayeth pain which stayed all his pangs, and the wound waxed dry, and the blood ceased. Excellent. Let's sing it in the Greek. Tuondalte, prosepemenoi tio alkimosvios. Postareioi tareverga tirexum neurupaleros. Ercamaio fracilei daifroni muatonanispo. Juan Nestor repetelegare nios uoros ecaion. Alur hos perseio metesso terro menoio. Ecaiu posternoio labon agapoi menelaun. Esclisienter aponde idon upeceu eboeias. Entaminecta nusasec mero tamne macaire. Oxubelos peripeu ecao. Peripeu kesapau tud aima kalainon. Nis tud atilia roi epideris dan balapicren. Kesetia tripsas odune fatone roia passas. Escodunas domen helcas eteras et paus et taima. Wonderful. I love messing around on the lyre. I hope you enjoy listening to me messing around on the lyre. What a joy. Tondalte prosepemenoi tio alkimosvios. Oh no. Postareioi tareverga tirexum neurupaleros. How can these things be for you? And what are we going to do? Tirexum neurupaleros. O warrior Eurypylus, what are we going to do? Well, and it's interesting. Rexomen is like breakthrough, right? Do something big. I feel, it feels like a big word to me. What are we gonna do, guys? And well, he's like, first I'm gonna go, and this is an interesting aorist form of enepen, right? Enepen, and hispo, right? Very great form. Well, first I'm gonna take care of your wounds, right? This is important because Achilles has said that he won't fight until the Trojans are at the ships, and Patroclus has been effectively delayed until they arrive at the ships, as we will perhaps find out in the next book if you stick around to listen, which I hope you do. I think some brief reflection is necessary, although this is a very cute passage about stopping a wound. He's got the macaire. This is not a fighting sword. not a fighting gadget, or it is a dagger used for the cutting of sacrificial hair, but he has it on him. That maybe speaks to Patroclus's destiny, or might speak to the general role of somebody who's hanging out in the huts as opposed to being on the battlefield. But he's got this little small sword, and he himself is the one that uses, uses it in order to get the arrow out. Very nice of him, right? I will not grudge your struggling. Urhos perseio metesso, teromenoio perseio metesso. But I think that it's worth noting structurally here, this is not always considered the end of Book 11. And what I mean by that is there's Ptolemaic papyri. So from the 3rd century BC, you can read about this in West. It's the author's last name, Ptolemaic papyri. That do not have, there's like 5 of them, I think. 5 of these papyri that do not have a paragraphos or any even break in separation between line 848 of Book 11 of the Iliad and 849 or Book 1 of Book 12, right? Or line 1 of Book 12. And I guess when you look up here, if you see like the size difference, right, in 12 and 11, 11 is a big book actually, right? Compared to 12. So maybe there's like some push and pull. They give lines to one another throughout history. Maybe this is what opens up the next book, right? Maybe we stopped at Peduoi tron meneoxunareia, right? Excuse me. Maybe that's how the book usually ends. I mean, it's impossible to say, right? But it's important for us to note that although today is a wonderful crowning achieving day because of the fact that we have finished Book 11 of the Iliad for the Homer YouTube channel, this is nonetheless a artful creation and designation by probably the Alexandrian scholars in the 2nd century BC. So, to that extent, we celebrate, and yet at the same time, we look further within the text for more and yet still invigorating detail about not only its structure, but its road unto which it leads. That is the great thing about Homer. Said resource is infinite. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow, in which we begin Book 12. Have a great day.